There is a feeling, one that only those of us who have passed 60 can truly understand. It's that moment you place your feet on the floor in the morning, and your legs don't quite feel like your own. They feel heavy, stiff. A knee might send a quiet, aching protest. And for those first few seconds, there's an unsteadiness, a hesitation, that makes you reach for the bedside table for support. It isn't exactly pain. It's a reminder. A quiet fear that your precious independence is being worn away, one morning at a time. That leg muscle weakness is no longer someone else's story. And the culprit is not your age. The culprit is hiding in the one place we least expected, your very first meal of the day. We drink our coffee, have a slice of whole wheat toast, maybe even a bowl of oatmeal, thinking we are doing the right thing for our senior health. But in reality, we are unknowingly handing that thief of strength the sharpest weapon to continue its silent work, causing muscle wasting and decay. But what if I told you there's a way to lock the door to your muscle stores each morning? A simple secret, a gatekeeper that, when you let it into your body first, changes the entire game. It sends a powerful signal to every muscle fiber, stop burning muscle, and activates the machinery of repair. In today's video, I will not only reveal the identity of that gatekeeper. I will give you the entire senior nutrition system that helped me get back my strength. It's a system that isn't complicated, isn't expensive, and starts with things you already have. And you must watch until the very end, because there, I will unmask an imposter, a fruit that many experts recommend in a breakfast for seniors, but could be the very cause of your nighttime cramps if eaten the wrong way. If you have ever felt that heaviness in the morning that I just described, please leave the word "me" in the comments. You are not alone on this journey. Now, let us turn the first page of this guide together, and understand the truth of what is happening inside your legs. To truly understand what is happening, let us do something together. Imagine your body is a small, peaceful town. When you fall asleep, this town does not turn off its lights. The heart is a power plant, working tirelessly. The lungs are a ventilation system that never rests. And the brain is the control center, still processing thousands of silent tasks. All of that activity requires energy. Around 2 or 3 in the morning, the fuel from your dinner begins to run low. The town's manager, our wise body, faces a critical choice: where do I get reserve power to keep things running until morning? And this is where the devastating truth begins. The manager does not choose the stored fat. No. That is a difficult fuel to convert. Instead, he makes a heartbreaking decision: to dismantle the town's own infrastructure for fuel. He begins to remove the strongest wooden beams, the sturdiest pillars that make up the houses. In medicine, we call this the catabolic state. But in simple terms, it is when the body begins to eat itself to survive. And the first place it turns to, where the best and most accessible wooden beams are located, is our most precious treasure, the muscle in our legs. Every night, while you sleep soundly, a hidden thief is quietly stealing your muscle fibers. There is no noise. There is no pain. Just a silent loss. The National Institute on Aging has shown that a person can lose up to 1/3 of their leg muscle mass in a single decade after the age of 60. This is how sarcopenia takes hold. It begins subtly. You start taking shorter steps without realizing it. You need to use your hands to push yourself out of a chair, an action you never used to think about. You feel a slight hesitation when you look at a ramp or a curb. Your legs no longer feel as quick as your mind does. This decline in muscle strength is gradual but relentless. Do you recognize yourself in any of the signs I've just described? If you do, please leave the number 1 in the comments. Just the number 1, so that I and others know we share a common experience here. This muscle loss is not your fault. It is a natural biological process. But allowing it to run unchecked, night after night, without a resupply plan at sunrise, that is the mistake. So, how do we send a convoy of fuel trucks to this town the moment the sun comes up? How do we tell the manager, stop dismantling the houses? The answer lies with the gatekeeper I mentioned. That first bite of food. And what it is, might just surprise you. So, what is this gatekeeper I mentioned? What is the first bite that has the power to stop the nightly muscle thief in his tracks? Many would immediately think of eggs, a fantastic source of protein. Or perhaps oatmeal, rich in fiber and sustained energy. These are both good friends to our health, there is no doubt. But, they are not the first soldier on the front line. They are the reinforcements, arriving after the most critical battle has already been decided. The guard we need to send to the front line immediately, before anyone else, is a character no one would ever expect. The answer, my friends, is half of a warm, steamed sweet potato, with a pinch of natural mineral salt, like Celtic or Himalayan pink salt. I know, it sounds strange, doesn't it? Sweet potato for breakfast. But please, hear me out. Remember our story of the sleeping town. At sunrise, the town is in a state of red alert, depleted of energy and forced to dismantle itself. It needs a fuel delivery immediately. A sweet potato, especially when steamed, is that perfect fuel delivery. It contains complex carbohydrates, which convert into glycogen, the direct energy reserve for your muscles. It is like instantly refilling the gas tank of every muscle fiber, but without causing the blood sugar tsunami that white bread or sugary cereals do. It sends a clear message to the town manager, fuel has arrived. Stop dismantling the houses. The state of muscle cannibalization ceases instantly. This is the first, most crucial step to prevent muscle wasting and protect what you have. But the sweet potato is only half the story. That pinch of mineral salt is what elevates this from a good solution to a phenomenal one. Do not confuse it with the refined table salt on your kitchen table. Natural mineral salt contains over 80 trace minerals that our bodies crave, especially magnesium, potassium, and calcium. If the sweet potato is the fuel, then these minerals are the electrical engineers. They arrive to repair the nervous system, helping signals travel smoothly from your brain to your muscles. They regulate the water inside your muscle cells, drastically reducing those nighttime cramps and spasms. They restore the electrolyte balance that was lost overnight. This combination, a piece of warm, soft, gently sweet potato, blended with the subtle, clean saltiness of minerals. It's more than just eating. It is a ritual. It is the first act of self-respect in your day. It is your declaration to your body, I am here. I am caring for you. We will be stronger together. You can simply steam a sweet potato the night before. In the morning, take half, warm it up for a few minutes, and sprinkle on a tiny pinch of salt. Eat it before your coffee, before anything else. Feel its warmth spread, and know that you are doing the absolute best thing for your legs. This is a cornerstone of effective senior nutrition. If this discovery was surprising and helpful to you, please leave the number 2 in the comments. Just a simple number. But this gatekeeper is only the first step in stopping the loss. To rebuild what has been lost, we need an entire construction crew to come in right after. And that is where my own story begins. Do you have a favorite chair in your home? For me, it is the old leather armchair in my study. It is not an expensive piece of furniture, but it is mine. It is where I read, where I sip my morning tea, where I look out at the garden and reflect on life. For over 40 years, it has witnessed all my ups and downs. But one morning, a morning I will never forget, that chair became a mountain. It was a few months after my heart attack. The doctors had saved my life, my heart was stable. But no one warned me about the silent price. No one told me that the body, after such a major event, goes into a panic and begins to eat itself at an alarming rate to recover. The impact on senior health can be profound. That morning, I was sitting in my chair, holding the newspaper, but my mind was blank. And when I decided to stand up to make more tea, I could not. I tried. I leaned forward, pushed down on the armrests with both hands, put all my strength into my legs. But they would not obey. They felt as if they were made of jelly, trembling and weak. I tried a second time, and then a third. My breathing grew heavy. A hot flush of shame and helplessness washed over my body, even though I was the only one in the room. In that moment, I was no longer Harold Bennett, a man who had been independent and strong. I was a prisoner. Trapped in my own favorite chair. My greatest fear at that moment was not another heart attack. It was the prospect of becoming a burden. The thought of my children and grandchildren looking at me with pity in their eyes. The vision of losing the right to decide the smallest things in my life, to get my own glass of water, to walk in my own garden. Maintaining independence, we often do not realize how precious it is until it begins to slip from our grasp. Have you ever experienced a similar moment? A moment where your body, even in a small way, no longer followed your commands? If you have, please leave the number 3 in the comments. Let us share this, to see that we are not alone. I did not sleep that night. That desperation forced me to act. I refused to accept that life. I began to read. I read everything I could find about sarcopenia, about recovery nutrition, about how the body works after major trauma. I wasn't looking for a magic pill. I was looking for a reason. And then I found it. I read about the catabolic state, about the importance of glycogen, and about electrolyte imbalances. I realized I had been doing everything wrong. My mornings were just coffee and a little toast. I was starving my muscles at the very moment they needed to be fed the most. The discovery of the sweet potato and mineral salt did not come from a complex medical journal. It came from combining scientific knowledge with simple, farmer's logic. You cannot ask a machine to work if you don't put gas in it first thing in the morning. I began to experiment. First, with that silent gatekeeper. After just a few days, I started to feel a difference. The heavy as lead feeling in my legs in the morning began to lessen. I could get out of the chair a little easier. It was not a miracle. It was a glimmer of hope. It showed me that I could take back control. That I did not have to be a victim of age, but could be the architect of my own health. And from that glimmer of hope, I began to build my entire breakfast system. A system designed not just to maintain, but to rebuild. A system I am about to share with you, right now. Stopping the thief with the gatekeeper is only the first step. That is a defensive strategy. Now, we must do something far more important: rebuild the town. Reconstruct the dismantled houses and fortify the foundations for the future. After eating half a sweet potato and a pinch of mineral salt, your body is in a state of readiness. It has been refueled and has stopped the destruction. This is when we bring in the construction crew, a system I call the muscle shield system. It consists of 4 friends, 4 pillars of strength, and each has a distinct, irreplaceable role in rebuilding leg muscles. Let us meet the first friend. I call him the rebuilder. This is a whole, boiled egg. Why the rebuilder? Eggs contain the ultimate weapon for muscle construction, an amino acid called leucine. Imagine leucine is the foreman on your body's construction site. When leucine arrives, he picks up a megaphone and shouts, "All workers, to your positions. Begin rebuilding the muscles immediately." And your body obeys. We older adults need more leucine than younger people to get the same regenerative effect. But the magic lies in eating the whole egg. So many people, fearing cholesterol, throw away the yolk. This is a tremendous mistake. The yolk is where the vitamin D, choline, and iron are. Vitamin D helps your bones stay strong to support that muscle mass. Choline is like the electrician, ensuring your nerve signals fire correctly, which improves your balance. Without the yolk, the foreman leucine does not have enough skilled workers or quality materials to do his job. The best way is boiled or poached. Avoid frying in lots of oil or pairing with processed meats. 1 or 2 eggs after you have had your sweet potato gatekeeper is a perfect move. Next, let us meet the second friend. A calm and reliable one. I call her the regulator. This is a bowl of rolled oats, cooked with a tablespoon of chia seeds. What is her role? To keep your construction site from flooding. The flood here is a blood sugar spike. When you eat things that spike your blood sugar, your body panics and stops all construction to deal with the emergency. Oats contain beta-glucan, a soluble fiber that acts like a sturdy dam, allowing energy to be released slowly, keeping the river of your blood sugar calm and steady. And when you add a tablespoon of chia seeds, the power of the regulator multiplies. Chia seeds are a treasure trove of magnesium. Magnesium is what soothes those muscle twitches and the cramps that disturb your sleep. They also contain omega-3s to fight inflammation, reducing the ache in your joints. Between these first two friends, the rebuilder and the regulator, which one do you feel you need more right now? Let me know by commenting with the number 4 for eggs, or the number 5 for oats. Now, for the third pillar. He is a silent giant. I call him the sustainer. This is a serving of plain, unsweetened Greek yogurt. His unique strength is that he provides a very slow-digesting protein called casein. If leucine in the egg is the foreman ordering the work to start, casein in Greek yogurt is the convoy of trucks that continuously delivers building materials to the site all morning long. It ensures your workers never run out of bricks and mortar. This is crucial for fighting the muscle loss that can try to creep back in between meals. Furthermore, Greek yogurt is rich in calcium and probiotics. Calcium partners with the vitamin D from the eggs to form a perfect duo for bone health. And the probiotics, the good bacteria, help your gut absorb all the precious nutrients we are putting in. Just remember to choose the plain, unsweetened variety. You can add a few berries for an antioxidant boost. And finally, the fourth pillar. A character who is often misunderstood. I call him the friendly electrician. This is a banana. Why an electrician? Because bananas are a powerhouse of potassium. Potassium is the electrolyte that helps regulate the electrical impulses in your muscles and nerves. When you're low on potassium, these electrical lines can misfire, causing sudden spasms and cramps. Potassium ensures all the machinery in your body runs smoothly. However, this is the imposter I warned you about if you use him the wrong way. Eating a banana alone on an empty stomach can spike your blood sugar, causing the opposite of the desired effect. This electrician only works best when his friends are around. Eat your banana with the Greek yogurt, or after your meal with eggs. The protein and fat from those foods will slow the absorption of the banana's sugar, allowing you to get all the benefits of potassium without the risk. That is my system. The gatekeeper goes first to clear the way and protect. Then comes the combination of the rebuilder, the regulator, the sustainer, and the friendly electrician. You do not need to eat all of them every single day. Listen to your body. On a day you feel a bit more tired, prioritize the rebuilder. On a day you know will be long, call on the sustainer. Once you have this powerful nutritional toolkit, the next step is to make it part of a morning ritual. A ritual that nourishes not just your body, but your spirit as well. The muscle shield system I just shared, it is like the most powerful racing car in the world. It has all the strength needed to take you where you want to go. But, the most powerful racing car is useless if you don't have the key to start it, don't know how to shift gears, and don't open the garage door to let it roll. The 5 rituals I am about to share are that set of keys. They are small, free actions, yet they create the perfect environment for the muscle shield system to unleash its full power. They are not habits. They are rituals. Because we perform them with intention and with respect for our bodies. This is a crucial part of any senior health plan. The first ritual, the awakening. The moment you open your eyes, before your feet even touch the floor. Drink a glass of warm water with a pea-sized pinch of mineral salt. Imagine your body after a long night is like a plant left in the sun all day. Every cell is thirsty. Your brain is covered in a fog. Your muscles are tight. A glass of warm water with mineral salt is the first morning rain. It does more than just quench thirst. It awakens every cell, rebalances your electrolytes, and tells your nervous system, the new day has begun. This simple act changes the entire chemical state inside your body. The second ritual, the morning greeting to your legs. After drinking your water, sit up on the edge of the bed. Do not rush to stand. Perform a few ankle rotations, then flex and point your toes. Then, stand up, holding onto something sturdy for support, and slowly raise yourself up and down on your heels 10 times. This is not an exercise. This is a greeting. It is how you send a signal to the hundreds of muscles, ligaments, and nerves in your feet and calves. Alright, everyone, time to get to work. This activates your balance system and helps your brain get a clearer sense of your body's position in space, significantly reducing the risk of stumbling in those first few steps. A simple way to improve balance. The third ritual, the 3-breath rule. I cannot stress the importance of this ritual enough. So many unfortunate falls happen within the first 30 seconds of getting out of bed. This is because our blood pressure changes suddenly. So, create a rule for yourself. After sitting up on the edge of the bed, take a deep breath in and a slow breath out, 3 times. The first breath, to feel your body. The second breath, to think of one thing you are grateful for today. The third breath, to set an intention for the day ahead. Only after that third breath do you slowly stand up. This ritual not only protects you from dangerous dizziness, it helps you start the day with calmness instead of haste. The fourth ritual, the early sunlight bath. Just 5 to 10 minutes is all you need. You don't have to go outside. Simply sit by a window where the early morning sun comes in. Let the sunlight touch the skin on your hands and legs. As we age, our skin becomes less efficient at synthesizing vitamin D from sunlight. Vitamin D is not just for bones, it is a key factor in neuromuscular function, helping to improve muscle strength and coordination. Think of the early morning sun as the most precious, free supplement that nature provides for your legs. The fifth, and most important ritual, never starve your hero. This ritual ties everything together. The hero here is your muscle mass. After performing all the above steps, do not delay your breakfast for too long. Your body is in a golden window, ready to absorb nutrients more than ever. Eat your gatekeeper, sweet potato and mineral salt within 30 to 60 minutes of waking. This action will completely close the door to the catabolic state and open the door to regeneration and recovery, helping to stop muscle wasting. Of these 5 rituals, which one do you feel you can start tomorrow morning? Let me know by leaving the number 6 for warm water, 7 for greeting your legs, 8 for the 3 breaths, 9 for the sunlight bath, or 10 for not starving your muscles. Choose one. Just one. And begin tomorrow. Because true strength does not come from the great things we do once. It comes from the small rituals we practice every day. Before we finish, I would like you to imagine something with me. Every morning, when you open your eyes, you are not just waking up in your room. You are standing at a crossroads. One path is named same as always. This path is familiar, easy to walk. On it are the old habits, the thought that I'm just getting older, the acceptance that weaker legs are inevitable. This path is smooth, but at its end, lies dependence. The other path is a little more rugged at the start. It is named the intentional choice. On it is a glass of warm water, half a sweet potato, and the act of taking 3 breaths for yourself. This path requires a small effort each day. But at the end of this path, lies maintaining independence, the joy of walking on your own terms, the gift of being a rock for the ones you love. The path you choose to walk in the first 5 minutes of your morning, will determine your destination for the next 5 years of your life. The real power does not lie in the foods I have shared. The power lies in your choice to turn them into action. And to make that path of the intentional choice a little easier for you, my team and I have prepared a small gift. It is the entire detailed plan that I followed, put into a simple PDF guide called Harold's 7-Day Leg Strength Breakfast Plan. You can download it for free, print it out, and put it on your refrigerator door. So you don't have to remember. So every morning, you have a companion to guide you. The link to receive this gift is right below in the description of this video. Now, I have a proposal. Let us turn our comments section into a declaration. Not to me, but to yourself. Let me and everyone else here know, what first step will you take on this new path tomorrow morning? Will you start with the sweet potato gatekeeper, or one of the 5 golden rituals? Share your choice. Because a word, once it is written, holds a very special power. And do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Because in our next video, I will reveal a secret just as important, the 3 morning drinks that many people think are healthy, but are actually quietly leaching calcium from your bones, making all your efforts to strengthen your muscles almost meaningless. I am Harold Bennett. Stay strong on your feet, and always remember. Information doesn't change people. A new identity and a good story do. Thank you for listening.